Hello everyone, welcome to our online lesson. Today we will talk about the difference between to be going to and will. I hope you remember Molly from our previous lesson. She has started her campaign to save the Amazon rainforests, and she's going to swim across the Amazon River to publicize her campaign. But she's afraid she will have problems with her health. She hopes she will make £3,000 from her sponsors. Her dad is going to look after her while she's there. The documentary about her campaign is going to be on TV in October. What's the meaning of to be going to with the verbs and will with the verbs, and what's the difference between them? Let's try to find out. So, Molly is going to swim across the Amazon River. That is her decision that was made in the past. And she's going to swim in the Amazon. In this situation, are we talking about the future? Yes, she's going to swim in the Amazon sometime in the future. Is this a plan or an intention? If that is a decision made beforehand, yes, it is. Did she decide now or in the past? As you can see from the timeline, she decided in the past. And is it a definite arrangement? Do we know when she's going to do it? Does she already have the tickets for it? Do we have this information? If we don't, then it's not a definite arrangement. To sum up, we use to be going to talk about plans, intentions, things we are sure about, and things we have already decided to do in the near future. For example, I'm going to video call my grandma tonight. Lily's going to join an online language course. Now let's look at this picture. What do you see in this photo? Right. Dark clouds. So what's the first idea that comes to our mind when we see lots of dark clouds in the sky? Yes, this is what comes to our mind. It's going to rain. So we use to be going to here to talk about something that is going to happen in the future, but we make a prediction here because we see now the dark clouds. So are we talking about the future when we say it's going to rain? Yes. Are we making a prediction? Right. What's the evidence for this prediction? What's our evidence? Right, as you see, dark clouds. So we used to be going to make a prediction based on the evidence, based on what we see now. And as we've said, we also use it to talk about plans, intentions, things we're sure about, and things we've already decided to do in the near future. Molly says she's afraid she will have problems with her health. She hopes she will make £3,000 from her sponsors. Is she sure about these actions? What do you think? She's not. And is it a prediction or a definite arrangement? Look how she expresses her ideas. She's making a prediction. So Molly's going to swim across the Amazon River, and I hear this and say, okay, I'll join her too. I want to save the rainforests too. When I say this sentence, did I decide it now or in the past? Right, I decided now. Is it a spontaneous or on-the-spot decision of mine? Right, I have just decided it. I've just heard that she's going to swim across the Amazon River, and I've decided to join her. So, to conclude, we use will to talk about predictions. For example, it'll be a difficult month. Instant decisions or the on-the-spot decisions. You see a granny carrying very heavy bags and you say, I'll carry the bags for you. Things we're not sure about, or to express hopes, fears, offers, promises, comments with I think, I hope, I believe, I'm afraid, or probably, and so on. And we can also use will to request something, like, will you carry the bags for me? Okay, so how do we form sentences with to be going to? If we look at the sentence, I'm going to start a petition. We can see we have subject, then the form of to be, plus going to, plus verb. As you can see from the table, we use the present tense forms of the verb to be, which is am for I, are for plural persons like you, we, you, they, and the is form for third person singular. In the negative form, we add not to the verb to be, and as you see from the table, the first person doesn't have a short form. I'm not going to eat. But all the other persons, they have the short form, like aren't, isn't. An interrogative form, forms of to be are in the first place, and the short answers we give again using present forms of be. So, are you going to eat? Yes, I am. Oh, no, I'm not. How do we form the sentences with will? If we look at the example, the meeting will be interesting. We see we have subject plus will plus verb. So for all persons, we have will plus infinitive plus the verb. In negative form, we have will plus not, or the short form of it, which is won't. Won't. That man won't take the pen. In interrogative form, we have will in the first place, then the subject, then the verb. Will you take the pen? And when we give the short answers, yes, I will. No, I won't. In WH questions, we have the WH word first, then will, then the subject, and then the verb. Now let's have some practice. You see a short text. You can pause the video here to try to do the task yourself. You have to use the verbs in brackets, either with to be going to, or will or won't. Okay. Let's check the answers. Tim and I are going to run the London Marathon for charity next month. We hope that all our friends will sponsor us, so we make a lot of money. I think that the biggest problem will be getting fit. That's why we're going to start training soon. Tim says he's going to run 10 kilometers before school every day. But I don't think he'll train every day because he hates getting up early. So Tim and I are going to run, and we're going to start training, and he's going to run. These are all decisions made beforehand, and these are all plans and intentions. We hope that our friends will sponsor and will make a lot of money, so this is expressing our hopes and predictions. In the other two sentences with will, again, I'm making a prediction about the future. Okay, let's have some more practice. Here is the dialogue between Sam and Amy. So you have to choose between these two forms to complete the conversation. So my tip to you is to pause the video here to try to complete the conversation by yourself and then come back to check your answers. Okay, I bet you are ready. So let's check. I'm going to get tickets for the concert today. Have you got one? No, not yet. Will you get one for me? Okay, I'll give it to you at school tomorrow. Brilliant. Here, I'll give you the money. How are you going to get to the concert? I don't know. I know. I'll ask my dad to drive us. That's a good idea. Thanks, Emmy. So, Sam is talking about his plan to go to the concert, to get tickets for the concert. And Emmy is asking him to get a ticket for her. And Sam, during the conversation, makes on the spot decision to give it to her at school tomorrow. And on the spot, Amy decides to give the money, saying, I'll give you the money. And then she's asking about his plan, how he's going to get to the concert. And Amy, on the spot, decides to ask her dad to drive them to the concert. Okay, that was all for today. I hope now you can differentiate between to be going to and will. Thanks for listening, and see you at our next online lesson.